All right, let's play around with Link Prospector some more and find some. Well, we're going to find some resource pages for my small business loans client. All right, so I already ran this, but I'm going to show you how to set it up. And what you do is you once you hit find new prospects, come over here and find links pages. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for resource pages, and we're looking for low hanging fruit. And resource pages are definitely a low hanging fruit. So this is definitely one of the searches you need to do as you're pulling potential link prospects. All right, so now at this point it's quite easy. Go over here and create the links page report. I have 12 credits left. Wow, I bought so many credits when I had signed up, and it's taken like 3 years to go through all the credits. I had a lot of them too. All right, so now links pages. What's a links pages? We're looking for something like if a website, it's a small business marketing, or maybe it's a site for small business owners. Maybe they have a resource pages that gives links to maybe marketing advice for small business owners, insurance advice for small business owners, loan advice for small business owners. So that's the type of resource pages that we're looking for with this tool. And basically what it's going to do is going to check Google, and it's going to look for a bunch of search operators like links and resource pages and all that other stuff. Let me just do one here. And I'm going to call this, well, you can call it whatever you want. I would call it small business loans resource pages. And like I said, I already put the list. And once I've done that, I'm only going to run it once. Remember, you have the option of running it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. I only run it once. But if there's a lot of leads coming in and you have like a good flow of new ones coming in all the time, maybe you want to run it all the time just so you can get the new opportunities fresh right off the griddle. You ever have a pancake right off the griddle? Yeah, they're really good. And sometimes when you get these, if you're running this link opportunity, these reports every week, you're going to find those hotcakes right off the griddle. All right, so but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to search in the United States. You can search anywhere in the world, basically. My client is in the United States, and he's looking for business owners from the United States. So it makes sense for me to have it on the United States. I have two options here: news results or web results. Since we're looking for resource pages, we're going to keep it at web results. And then we're going to get into keywords. All right, now I like to be really broad here. Really broad, like small business. And just keep it at that. And just to see what it'll do. Because I want something really broad. I have tools that I can go through a list real quick and sort through, and that's what I'm going to teach you to do in a later video. So right now I'm just looking for as many as possible, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit start prospecting. Okay, so that's what happens, and then you have to wait, and let me show you what happens afterwards, because like I said, I already did it. And there are, well, you can't see it, can you? You have to move this around way too much. All right, small business loans resource pages. I found like 1,800 of them. Pardon me, and that's a lot. That's a lot. I think there's 891 domains rather, and there's 1,589 total. So there's a lot. Some of them have duplicates, obviously. All right, so now there's some metrics I want to talk to you about. What do we sort by? Well, we can sort by, first of all, let's look at this discovery date. I ran a report once, but I said you could run the report once a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month, and it would tell you when it was discovered. So that's all this is. In this instance, it just doesn't matter. Or you can go by domain authority, which is, remember from the previous video, is a MOS metric. And this one here, I'm not too sure what it means. I don't link target score. I think I looked it up once, and I really didn't get too far with it. And I guess I should. I don't really care what it means, and I'll say that again and again. All I care about whether or not it gives me a chance to quickly sort through opportunities. All right, now that's taken care of. I'm going to come over here, and now if I want to go through and look at them through here, I can, but I don't want to do that. There's a quicker way to do that, and let me show you how to do that. I'm going. Okay, now, and sometimes if you're going for like a guest post opportunity, you want to export the domains, and or you could do the paths, I guess, too. But then just a bunch of guest posts would come up. But what I'm saying is, since we're looking for the resource pages, we don't want to have to go looking for the resource pages on each of these domains. We want to know where they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do unique, so any duplicates will be taken out, and also export paths. I want to know where those link pages are. I don't want to go hunting for them on the domain. So otherwise, I would just export the domain. But when you're looking for a particular page on a site, then you export the paths. All right. Now, I'm going to remember the discovery I told you about. We'll get rid of that because we're not using that. Domain authority will keep. The title will definitely keep. Top level domain, figure that out on our own. And we'll stretch that out so we can read the title. And the descriptions, I think we'll get rid of. Usually you can tell. Now, I kept the titles in for a reason. I didn't on the guest post, but here I will, because it gives you an idea of what you can expect for each of the sites and what each of the pages are about. And it'll save you a lot of time in going through them and getting to the point where, hey, I got a lot of these. Like, look, how many of these do I have to go through? There's just no quick way to do it. Well, I'll show you a couple things. All right. So there's like 967. All right, so where do we cut the line? I mean, I don't want to go through all of them, do I? No, I don't. All right, so what I'm going to do, for starters, I think I'm going to this LTS score. I am going to ignore anything that is under 2. And that's going to eliminate a lot of opportunities. That means I'm taking Citation Labs word for it through their metric that those ones are not going to be sites that'll be a very good opportunity for me to earn a link from. I mean, the chances of me doing so are weak. Now I can do another thing. At this point, I'm going to get rid of this column because I already got off the ones that had really bad scores. Now I'm going to sort again by domain authority. From largest to smallest. And I am going to stretch this out a little bit. I don't want to stretch too far. So now I got to bring that in. All right. And you can see that it does a good job of sorting it by the domain authority. Now, what about these sites with no domain authority, or one? Are they worthwhile? Well, you know what? I have no idea. But what you can do is you can check them real quick. How can we check them all quick? Back up, man. So let's go check these out. What tool can we check a bunch of links out at once to see if they're any good? Well, that's the Majestic tool. So let's go to Majestic. And do you remember what in particular in Majestic? Hands, please. Hands. The bulk domain checker. Let me pull it up. All right, tools. That's under the light version, so this was like $50 a month. You can get it. It does up to 400. I'm going to put all the URLs in there, and I'm going to check. Then I'm going to sing you a song as we wait. Or I might pause. Okay. Let's sort by trust flow. So there's a few on here that do have some trust flow. I don't really anything under 30. I might like this one, but okay, so there's a little bit of energy here, but none of these have anything. So is it safe for me to delete these? Well, then that's where we have to go through and look at, first of all, what are your chances of scoring a link from a chamber of commerce you don't belong to or for a different area? Well, not very good. And I see there's a lot of chamber links on there, and I like the fact that Citation Labs doesn't count those as like really good link opportunities, because they're not unless you belong to them. So you know what, I have a lot of other link opportunities that I have to pursue for my client. So I feel comfortable enough in deleting all these, so I'm going to I'm going to call them right now. And you can see how horrible my keyboard skills are and how many times I have to redo things. I would get way more links if I would. I did it again, didn't I? I did it. All right, they're gone. Or did I delete everything? How did I get way out here? Is there a home? Wait a minute. I know how to do this. Yay. See, my spreadsheet. All I can do is laugh, right? Let's do this for real this time. I'm not sure why it's not working for me. Because I'm doing something wrong. There we go. There we go. Now I got the list reduced a little bit more. Now, I can go through, and I recommend you do before you actually put any placements. You can get a good idea, too. Go through and read the titles. And I know that this one is no good. I already checked it. And the first one that I checked. And you'll have to go through and figure out, will this site be willing? Is it the type of resource site that I'm looking for my to link to me? And is it something that is, well, let me show you. Let me show you a really quick way to do it. See, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab a bunch. Then I'm gonna open up URL opener. Then I'm gonna post them in here. Paste them rather. Now they turn them into URLs. Now I'm going to, I might freeze it up. I'm going to just open a bunch at once. Even look at these treasury.govs. It doesn't take long to go through these to see whether or not there's something that you can get a link from. And remember, I'm looking for small business loans, for a site that is a resource page for small business owners that may be willing to post to a small business loan site as a resource. I have 7 kids at home, and I think they're all on the internet right now. Well, let's make it quicker. All right. Now I would look at this. Is this something that I can get a link from as soon as it loads? These speeds are like dial-up. I think I'm even on the hotspot on my phone. Usually it's really fast. All right, now, is this a resource page? No. You look at it quick, you go to the next one. Is this a resource page? No. Get rid of it. Go to the next one. This isn't. Is this a resource page? No. Go to the next one. So then you open up several more, or maybe all at once. I'm not going to because of the internet issue. But manually go through and check each one, and you're looking for opportunities for the resource page. That's something that is relevant to your site or your client's site. Then when you find it, come over to your possible placements, paste them in here, and then write down resource page, and then link prospector. Because when you come through and you come sort through all these in the next module, you're going to want to know what each of those possibilities are. And that's a fact, Jack. So that is how I find resource pages and for my clients. And I know that when I'm looking at this list here, that there's probably a good chance that I'm looking at a dozen links. Easy. A dozen? There's not going to be 100. There's going to be 300. But probably a dozen resource pages, and that's not bad. That's enough resource for like one person to go through for 2 weeks, maybe a month if there's enough list. So use this tool, find those resource pages. They're really good. All right, I'm going to load up the what I need to do for the next video, which is we're going to look for some other opportunities using Link Prospector. So that'll be a good video too. So I'll see you there.